Welcome to this 10-part video series where I dive deep into chapter 10 of my ebook, The Emotional Mortgage. This is episode 1. So in this series, we're going to explore creative outside-the-box strategies for dividing the marital home. Strategies most divorcing couples have never even heard of. So let's start with one of the most family-friendly options, the Deferred Sale Agreement, also known as nesting. So if you're going through a divorce and you're torn about what to do with their marital home, you're not alone. There's pressure to sell, fear of making the wrong decision, and the guilt, especially when kids are involved. It's a lot. But what if I told you you might not have to sell or refinance your home right now? At least not yet. A deferred sale agreement is a way to press pause. Instead of selling or refinancing right away, you and your spouse are agreeing to hold off. So this gives your family time to breathe. Maybe to let the market recover. Maybe to allow one of you to rebuild your credit, or simply to give the kids some stability during a really unstable time. In most cases, the parent with primary custody stays in the home. The other spouse agrees to defer their equity until a certain date or an event, like the youngest child graduating from high school. Let me give you a simple way of thinking about this. So imagine, for instance, that the house is a birthday cake. Normally, you'd both take your slice and you'd move on. But in a deferred sale, one parent holds the cake for now while the other waits for their slice down the road. So why does this work, you might ask? Reason number 1, it gives the kids some consistency. So divorce changes everything. School routines, bedtimes, holidays, but keeping them in the same home can offer something solid when everything else feels like it's falling apart. Reason number 2, the market may not be working in your favor. If prices are down or interest rates are high, selling right now might mean losing out on equity. A deferred sale lets you wait until the timing makes more sense. Reason number 3, one of you might need time to rebuild your credit. Let's be honest, divorce can destroy your finances. Missed payments, new debt, unstable income. Trying to refinance too soon could mean getting stuck with a bad rate or not qualifying at all. Deferring your buyout gives you time to catch up, stabilize, and qualify for a better loan. But here's the thing. If you're going to use this strategy, the rules must be crystal clear. You need to know who's paying the mortgage, who's handling the repairs, what happens if refinancing doesn't happen on time. If none of this is in writing, things can fall apart. And I mean, they can fall apart fast. Remember those group projects in school when no one had a specific role? Nothing got done. At least nothing got done on time. It's the same here. This is why it's so important to work with a realtor who understands divorce real estate before you agree to a deferred sale agreement. As a realtor with an RCSD designation, I'm trained to work directly with attorneys, lenders, and financial professionals to help divorce couples create a clear, protective plan. Because this isn't just about keeping the house. It's about protecting your future and avoiding costly mistakes. Let me share a true story with you. There was a couple with 2 teenagers. The wife stayed in the home and the husband agreed to wait 3 years before collecting his equity. They chose to do a deferred sale agreement because it made sense at the time, but they didn't involve an attorney, they didn't involve a tax advisor, and they didn't involve a RCSD realtor. They figured their own verbal agreement would be enough, and they didn't want to complicate things by putting it all in writing. Sound familiar? This is where things start to unravel. So the wife took on everything. She took on the mortgage, the insurance, the maintenance for the house, and the taxes. And nearly 3 years later, just about 3 months before their refinance deadline, the wife finally called in a divorce-related realtor like me. We pulled the title report, we ordered inspections, ran a market analysis, and then we hit a wall. There was a $50,000 lien recorded against the house. Why, you might ask? Because the husband had been in a car accident 18 months earlier, and he didn't have insurance at the time of the accident. So he got sued, and the injured party won a judgment and recorded a lien against his assets. Since his name was still on the title to the home, that lien got attached to the house. Here's your pro tip. Being on the mortgage makes you financially responsible. Being on the title to the home makes you a legal owner. Only legal owners can have judgment liens recorded against a property. So if his name had been removed earlier, that lien that was put on the house might not have been attached to the home at all. But because no one cleaned up the title when they started this agreement, the deferred sale agreement, wife had to deal with it now, right before she's able to refinance. That unexpected lien put the entire refinance and the house at risk. This is why it's so important to bring in a divorce literate RCSC realtor early on. We know what questions to ask. We know which documents matter, and we can connect you with the right legal and financial professionals up front. So the good news in this case, wife had an amazing attorney. They were able to prove that the couple was already separated at the time of the accident, and they successfully negotiated for the $50,000 lien to come out of the husband's share of the equity. But please hear me when I say this. This outcome is not typical. I've seen the opposite happen. I used to work as a paralegal in a family law office, and I've watched clients get stuck with liens they didn't even know existed. If this plan for a deferred sale agreement had been structured by a full RCSC project manager and team from the start, the couple could have protected themselves and their equity from day one. So, if the concept of a deferred sale agreement sounds like something that might work for you, don't wait until it's urgent. In the description below, download my free worksheet, Divorce and Real Estate Tax Questions, a questionnaire for your tax professional. It'll help you start asking the right questions now, so you can move forward with more clarity and confidence when deciding if a deferred sale agreement is right for your unique situation. And in the next video, I'll show you another creative strategy that lets one spouse stay in the home without needing to refinance or sell right away. It's another option to help you preserve credit, reduce pressure, and make smart moves when the time is right. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. You are not alone, and I'm here to help you. I'll see you in episode 2.